Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Oh my God, guys! We made it! We made it! I can't believe it. After 5 years, almost 2,000 videos, hours of work, we finally are part of the YouTube partner program. We are monetized. I mean, for super chats and members and stuff. But, I mean, we're 900 hours away from full monetization. If we can do this, hold on, I gotta cough. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. My asthma is just like total crazy mode right now. We've made it. We can do super chats and memberships. It's probably going to take me a hot second to figure all this stuff out. I got to make you guys like emojis and badges and stuff. So very excited. I do have the perks listed to be members of the channel. We are going to do members only live stream watch parties. So check it out. Please become a member. Yes, I burnt my arm. But happy birthday to me. Like, my birthday was yesterday, but hey, how cool is that? And a winner has been selected. That's right. We have a winner of the drawing. And hold on, I didn't contour very well, I guess. Is that like distracting to you guys? Because I'm so excited. I can't wait to scream good morning to everybody. I'm just, holy crap. I'm just, all right, we're going to turn the comments on. We're going to turn the comments on. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Did you have a good weekend? Did you? Did you? My Monday is way better than my weekend. I'm going to tell you right now. No, I'm not on drugs. I'm just really excited. All right, let's scream good morning to everyone. Now that we have super chats, those take precedence. You guys understand. I hope you understand. But super chats will always come first. That's part of what they're paying for. Members and super chats will come first all the way around. So good morning, Nerdling Deranged Lunatic. My first super chat ever. Oh my God. Thank you very much. I know. I found out this morning we actually hit the milestone, the 3,000 marker on Saturday. And I applied and I really expected it to take like a full month because I have so many videos, but it didn't. It didn't. I woke up this morning and ta-da! Good morning, Master of the TDS with a super chat of $4.99. Congratulations on becoming a YouTube partner. YouTube is lucky to have you. Thank you, my friend. You have been so much help. All your advice has been absolutely, I mean, just so helpful. Thank you so much to you and Raven. And thank you so much for the super chat and that YouTube's lucky to have me. So thank you. I appreciate it. Good morning, Ellie. Everyone, it's my sister with a $20 super chat. Holy shnikes, Batman. Thank you, sissy. Thank you. She says, good morning. Congratulations, sis. I love you. I love you too. Everyone, look how pretty she is. Look at her profile picture. She's so pretty. She really is. She's definitely the pretty one. So thank you so much. This is amazing. Oh my goodness gracious. Ah! Okay, let's go through everyone else and say good morning. Good morning, Nerdling First Class and contributing producer / editor Kino Reviews. Buenos dias, Fernando. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Derpy Entertainment. Yay. Oh my God. Thank you. I will be messaging you as soon as the stream is over because I am not that like savvy. So Your asthma. Ha! My asthma is acting up. Yeah. I'm so excited. This is the most excited I've been to stream because this is like crazy. And this is going to help so much. You have no idea how much this is going to help. Raven, good morning. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your help and sharing master and having, I just thank you. You guys are the absolute best. Plus I started writing again, like legit started writing again, and I need to pick your brain. So anyway, thank you guys. I guess I could like cut the music because it's time to like actually get into stuff. Do you guys want to do the name now? Do you want to do the drawing for the custom designed hoodie and $50 gift card? Should we do that now? Because I have the name selected. Master says it's okay. I'll admit it. If other creators won't, membership stuff is always confusing. Well, I got to make all these little emojis and stuff. So I'm happy to do it. I love making things. So I'm a little verklempt. We have actual individuals of the Jewish persuasion who can tell us how to actually spell that. But yes, I'm very Linda Richmond down right now. Very Linda Richmond. I miss when Mike Myers was funny. Okay, so if you guys want to see who won the drawing, the randomly selected winner of the custom designed comics and hoodie and $50 gift card for Ryzen products on Amazon, let me know. I love you guys. They're like, I have no clue. Yiddish is hard. It's hard. See, my sister and I grew up around a lot of Jewish individuals. My grandmother and her family, her aunts, they worked around like closely. My great grandmother owned a salon with a very Orthodox Jewish woman, or very Jewish woman. I'm talking out of my ass at this point, but we grew up around a lot of Yiddish idiom. We still say none of us are Jewish. We just grew up around a lot of Jewish people. So we've appropriated your culture. We apologize. All right. Since no one is popping in saying they want to hear the name of the winner, I'm going to tell you anyway. So I'm going to just throw it up here. What I did was I went to because apparently it's very difficult to just randomly select a subscriber from 8,600 people. I thought I could just do that. So I went to my most viewed and commented video and selected a winner from there. Seems fair? Fair. Okay. So here it is. Here is the winner of the custom designed comics and hoodie, which I am footing the bill for. Obviously, I don't know why I felt the need to say that. That was dumb. Anyway, obviously I'm paying for it. And a $50 gift card to Ryzen products from Amazon, courtesy of CJack Productions. Here it is. The winner is the Exegesis Red 5. That's right. DJ, my birthday twin, has won. Someone go get him. Someone go get him because he won. I'll have to reach out probably personally. Here, we will send him a DM right now. Let's see, Red. He's Red 4 Charlie on Twitter. Here we go. You should probably pop in my live chat right now. There we go. We'll see if he shows up. We'll give him a minute or two. If he does it, we'll totally just move on and talk about our nerdy news, which is what you guys are here for. Thank you, Maria. This is 45. I'm almost 50. In fact, I'm staring that bitch in the face. I see the whites of her eyes. And you know what? She's flinching. She's flinching. She's like, oh my God, you have a really awesome skincare routine. You're not scared of me at all. Actually, I am. I'm terrified, but I'm not going to let her know that. Right? Right? My procedure went amazing. I feel fantastic. Facts. Like, I'm not going to lie, 12 needles jabbed into my lower spine. Not fun while it was happening, but ever since I had it done, my lower back feels great. I feel wonderful. Also, I'm officially down 30 pounds because of the pain regimen they've had me on with these injections and stuff. I've been able to work out. And I was very proud of myself when I was making the new trailer. You can see the difference from a few months ago and today. I was like, oh, wow, look at that. I'm actually doing stuff. So hooray for me. All right, guys, I haven't heard from him, but if you hear from, or if you see Red for Charlie, the exegesis, please tell him he has won the biggest prize I've ever given. And you know what? It's deserved. He's been a big help throughout the years. He really, really has. So awesome. Thank you, Fernando. I'm 27 years old right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Deranged lunatic, as someone who's endured back pain procedures, I definitely feel your pain. Yeah. See, and this was just the temporary one. I have to go back for the long-term one. And 2 weeks, you guys know I'm not going to be streaming for those reasons. You know, got to get a new leg, and that takes time. So, all right, let's dive in. Let's dive into some nerdy news. All right. Here we see where I'm at. Here we go. Aw, Maria. Hello, Danny's sister. You're awesome. She is. She seriously is. She is the best mom, wife, sister. She's a teacher. So proud of her. So very, very proud of my sister. All right, guys. I'm shedding like a golden retriever. Sorry. It made me think there was a spider on me, which I don't mind spiders. I just don't want them crawling on me. I actually really like spiders and snakes and birds. I miss Ollie. I really do. Okay, so we got a few things. This is really awesome. StreamYard has got this new thing where I can put notes, so now I can stay on track. Let's talk Greg CIPES first. I've actually reached out to him, so hopefully he responds. This is something that I take very, I guess we'll say personally, I guess, you know, that makes sense because I am disabled and I have experienced disability discrimination in the past. Oh, snap, guys. He's here. We got to show him. Good morning, DJ. Good morning. I have something for you. Birthday twin. You won the giveaway. We got monetized. We reached the hours. And as promised, I selected a random subscriber from the most popular video with the most comments to win a custom designed comics and hoodie and a $50 gift card to Amazon for Ryzen products, courtesy of C-Jack Productions. And you won. You win. Congratulations. Thank you for being a friend. Thanks for being a subscriber. And you won a hoodie. I don't know what else to say. All right. All right, so pardon me. You tell me what you want on your hoodie, comics and related. And I'm going to send you some stuff. How's that sound? Congrats! Thank you for being a subscriber and being so supportive all of these years. You have just been the absolute freaking best. Okay, guys. Let's get back to our nerdy news. Let's get back to it. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. My asthma. Okay, guys. So again, just to repeat, being that I have experienced disability discrimination in the workplace firsthand, this definitely caught my attention. And I'm a massive Teen Titans fan. Okay. Big fan. I love Beast Boy. I love Michelangelo. He's one of my favorite turtles. Okay. And Greg Cipes has voiced both. He's voiced a lot of things, but he announced, was it yesterday on my birthday, that he was fired as soon as he told people he had Parkinson's. Here is the actual post. Gunverse, hey James Gunn. Since Teen Titans falls under Elseworlds, the fans need your help. Oh, wait, no, this isn't from Greg. Who is that from? Who said this? Let me see if I can find Greg's actual page. Okay? Because that I thought I'd grabbed something that was his actual thing. Let's see. Because we want to hear it from him, right? We don't want to hear it second or third hand. So let's get this pulled up. Here we go. Here's his page. Here we go. There's a Gunverse petition to get him rehired. It's just basically him sharing all this stuff. Let's see. So he posted apparently on his Instagram. This is hard to get there. All right, let's see what these say. Here we go. Warner Brothers literally fired me on Valentine's Day right after I publicly shared my Parkinson's diagnosis. It's like a death to me that only the fans can bring back to life. So Gunverse is the one sharing this stuff. Gunverse said, and I do follow Gunverse. His comment is on that post. Okay, got it. Thank you, Master. Hey, James Gunn, since the Teen Titans Go falls under Elseworlds, the fans need your help. I had the pleasure of speaking with Greg Cipes, and he shared with me lots of unsettling details and information of how he was wrongfully terminated by Sam Register while the other original actors got to keep their jobs. He said it was after Valentine's Day, and the OG Titans cast begged Sam that the show would not be the same without Greg. And the things that Sam Register said and did is inhuman. Greg told me he has been discriminated against because of his Parkinson's, and they are trying to steal his voice and replace him with a mimic for the new Teen Titans Go season. A mimic. Now, a mimic. So are we saying they're wanting to find someone who sounds exactly like him, steal his flavor of Beast Boy? I mean, Greg Cipes is Beast Boy since 2004, 2003? And because he has Parkinson's, he's not going to be unable to speak tomorrow. Good grief. He still has medical bills to pay for, a family to feed. Listen, when I think of Teen Titans, I immediately think of Beast Boy. To me, Beast Boy is probably the most standout of all the characters. Definitely has the most unique voice of the whole cast. That is incredibly sad. I really hate to hear this. Disability discrimination is real. It really happens. And for so many different reasons. Pardon me. I really hate to hear this. I hate to see it when it happens. Brandon Max of Animation. Good morning. I've heard this saying about Hollywood, and it seems more and more relevant. Hollywood chews people up and spits them out. You know, I recently watched a documentary series on Netflix. We should probably close my windows because the pollen is getting to me. Is there pollen this time of year? I don't know. Just saying words. Anyway, I watched this documentary series on Netflix called Titans, and it was about the beginnings of Hollywood, how the big studios first came to be, how the whole industry was basically built, and shady. It's so much shadier than you imagine. And it's the same thing is still happening. They're all fighting for control over the entire industry. The entire industry. It's never changed. It's still happening. Okay, so Master sent me an update. We're going to pull this up real quick. I'm going to remove this. And we'll bring up the next one. Okay. Whoop, that was the wrong freaking page. Pardon me. Let's see. Okay, this is from Screen Time. According to the Wrap, Greg CIPES was approached about stepping down from the role of Beast Boy for performance issues. They offered to create a new character for him to voice. His performance was not up to the level that producers needed for Beast Boy. Oh, that's sad. So he's saying he was fired for discriminatory reasons, that he had announced he had Parkinson's, and that they fired him immediately after, and that was why. But according to the Wrap, Sam Register's people or representation, or even just Warner Brothers itself. My goodness, I wish I could stop clearing my throat. It'd be so helpful. They are saying that they asked him to step down and they offered him a different role and he refused. That it was because of performance issues and that it just wasn't up to par. Now, of course, it absolutely is a he said, she said situation. Good morning, Dingus Den. Good morning, Nightwalker. And Master's right. It's a he said, she said thing. Yeah. And that's how we are here. We want all sides of the story. We want all sides of the story. Which is why I have reached out to Greg and asked if he would be comfortable or want the opportunity to come here and talk to us and give us his side of the story. Tell us everything he knows. So this is interesting. I mean, of course, no, you didn't throw me off. I appreciate that. I like having counterpoints so that we can make up our minds for ourselves. But also think about it. Of course, Warner Brothers or Sam Register they're going to defend themselves. They're going to try and give you reasons for this, for what they did. One, I would like to see proof of that, if possible. I mean, they can say whatever they want, doesn't make it true. That's not evidence, that's not proof. We would need to see solid evidence of that to to truly believe it. Well, thank you so much. And we got monetized. So everything's great. Thank you. We're so excited. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. He has always been a great fan ambassador, going on fan podcasts. Well, hopefully he does. So I hope that Greg accepts the invitation and we get to talk to him, because like we discovered with Bo, they can say whatever they want, but the proof has to be in the pudding. There has to be specifics. There has to be evidence. You can't just say, oh, well, they said that, so must be true. No, we need to hear all sides of the story, and we need evidence. Who knows what proof that Greg can produce? So fingers crossed he accepts the invitation. I really want to learn more about this, because I started a whole project about this sort of thing, the Belle Jean project. Education. Disability discrimination is very close to my heart. So I definitely want to learn more about this story. Good morning, Maverick. We are monetized now. Super chats are a go, and memberships. You can become a member of the channel now. I'm very excited about that. Very excited. Yeah, I'm first tier as well. So we're heading towards, we're doing another drawing for another hoodie and hopefully another gift card once we hit 4,000. So there we go. All right, let's moving on. Let's see. Where's I always forget where my bookmarks tab is. Ta-da. All right, this is cracking me up. First of all, freaking Alan Richardson looks like a gorilla now. Look at the size of him. He's enormous. Now, I know he's always been a big dude, but damn, he's huge. He's huge. So he was asked on the red carpet at TIFF if he would come back to the DC universe, but actual, like the new GUNN DC universe, and reprise his role as Aquaman. Remember, Aquaman on Smallville was Alan Richardson's very first acting job. Very first. He got his introduction to Hollywood as an American Idol reject in 2004, 2005. So here he is on the red carpet. Thank you, Master. Thank you for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. And thank you. So he got to start as Aquaman, and this guy on the red carpet asked, would he be interested? Would he come back and play Aquaman again. I think he would be great. I mean, he looks like Aquaman, the comic book Aquaman. But here's what he says. And you're not going to
James Gunn doesn't want to do Batman, but would you be open to returning as Aquaman?
No, I would never take that from Momoa. I have too much respect.
What? One more time.
Open to returning as Aquaman?
No, I would never take that from Momoa. I have too much respect.
He's Lobo now. So.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Yeah, he's Lobo now, dude.
No, I think I would definitely want to explore some new horizons, and I think I have a feeling we may.
Okay, so he clearly has no idea what's going on with the casting in the DCU. Because he's like, I would never take that from Momoa. I have too much respect for him. And then the guy's like, well, he's Lobo now. So he's like, oh, well, yeah, that's true. But then he says the rest.
In these dramatic roles that you're proud of.
It means everything. I mean, there have been moments in my life.
What does it mean to that?
We'll see.
I'd love to see you as Wildcat.
And I think I have a feeling we may.
So he's going to be in the DCU. He's no stranger to DC characters. He's played Aquaman, as we said, in Smallville. And in the DC Universe and then HBO Max series. So remember, DC tried its own streaming service. It didn't do well. I was a member. I did subscribe because I was like, hooray, let's watch this stuff. And Teen Titans was like, okay. Wasn't exactly great, but he played Hawk, like Hawk and Dove on Titans. And then they just blew his ass up. Well, I think they killed him because, he's getting ready to do bigger, better things. But he's no stranger to playing DC characters, and he wants to come back. He's built like a freaking gorilla. This kid right here might be onto something with Wildcat. I do not think he's going to be Batman. He looks like a Frank Miller Batman. I will give you that. But all the signs are pointing towards Brandon Skloner. So he's not going to play Batman. I mean, he would be an absolutely phenomenal Frank Miller Batman. But sorry, I can't find my little playing with my hair device. There we go. So other than Batman, because Batman, I'm telling you, is already cast. It's already Brandon Skloner. I will die on that hill. I will absolutely die on that hill. Other than Batman, who do you guys think he's going to be? Like I said, the kid, listen to him.
We'll see.
I'd love to see you as Wildcat, if you know who that is.
Okay, I do.
He's a boxer, yeah.
I do. That could be fun.
What does it mean to that?
I could see him as Wildcat, and I could see him as Aquaman again. But I'm wondering, is Aquaman even on James Gunn's radar right now for the DCU? Is he even on the radar? Good morning, Truth. We got monetized. I can take super chats now and members. Woo! Very excited. 5 years. 5 years. Has it ever taken anyone longer to get monetized? So, thank you. So excited. Good morning, Hunter. So, I'm going to say Oh, maybe Captain Adam? Maybe Captain Adam. Leave your thoughts in the chat below. I said anyone other than Batman. We all know you want him as Batman. A lot of people want him as Batman. Again, he would be a great Frank Miller's Batman. However, he's not playing Batman. Batman is Brandon Skloner. Again, Captain Adam. See, I think he would be an amazing Captain Adam. You still think I am not the werewolf. I am not the werewolf. Good morning, Dom. Alfred. Alfred. That would be hilarious. All right, guys. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts, or any more fan casts for Alan Ritchson in the DCU other than Batman, leave it in the chat below. We're going to be moving on. And guys, don't forget, we got super chats. Super chats get preferential treatment because you're paying for it. There are super chats. You can become members of the channel. So members, super chats, they all get first priority. Woohoo! And I'm going to make you guys some like emojis and badges and all that stuff. So I will do that today. I will absolutely do that today. You have no idea. I have almost 2,000 videos. No idea. Oh, Parasite. I think he might be too beefy. He might be too beefy. Good morning, Patricia! We got monetized! We have super chats and channel memberships now! Woo! Oh, thank you, Truth! Thank you! I gotta think of something to do, like throw up a video or something when that happens. Okay. Here we go. So moving on. Let me check my notes because I have those now. Okay, so we did that. All right. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Oh, Metallo. Okay. All right, guys. So Movie Economics has posted a new article. New analysis reveals Disney overspent on almost half its movies and shows. And this comes from Forbes by Movie Economics. Shock. Let me put on my surprised face. Like, duh, they did. So let's check this out. Oops, I just accidentally clicked something I didn't mean to. I don't know who Shabuzi is, and nor do I care. I agree with Loki. It's got to be over half. It's got to be over half. So, I got 3 free articles with Forbes, but I accidentally clicked one. So now I only have 1 left. Of course, that's what I did. Okay. Here we go. It says 2 of the most asked questions, and this is from Forbes. 2 of the most asked questions in the movie industry have finally been answered. What percentage of Disney's movies go over budget, and which of its famous franchises are the worst performers? The amount Disney spends on its movies and streaming shows has been a talking point since the start of the pandemic, as it has released a string of costly underperforming productions. This is coming from Forbes. Okay? Forbes, all right? This is not some blogger. This is freaking Forbes, okay? So it's true. It's absolutely true. This is one of the most prestigious or respected, media outlets out there. Good morning, Music City Soul. We're monetized. There are super chats and memberships available now. Ah! Hold on. I feel like I need to play the... Hooray! Okay. So this is legit. This isn't some emotional piece. This is reporting facts and numbers. At least I hope they are. So they're flat out saying a string of costly, underperforming productions. Okay. So Disney's chief executive, Bob Iger, explained that during the pandemic, the caliber of its filmmaking suffered from having less supervision on set, whilst costs surged because of the need to deliver a certain level of spectacle, according to Kevin Feige, boss of Marvel Studios division. Good morning, Andrew of the Science Fictionary Podcast. We are monetized. We are monetized. We have super chats and memberships available now. Ah! Very excited. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay. So I call bullshit on this. Lack of supervision on set. I hazard to say, mayhaps there was too much supervision on set. Thank you, Real Anarchy. Good morning. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Contrast, but I'm assuming it's congrats. Dude, we've talked about this. My nails cause a lot of typo suffering. And thank you. Thank you. One more time. Hello? Is it not? Let's try the kids. There we go. Go back down to the basement. All right, guys. So anywho, I think there was too much supervision on set, too many executives messing with the creative process, too much agenda, not enough substance. It's fine if you want to have an agenda, okay? Honestly, pardon me. But that agenda has to have some substance. It has to be good. All right? It has to be good. It has to be organic. Otherwise, it's just pandering. And that's empty and shallow and soulless. We've had too much of that. So I'm not buying this bullshit that, oh, well, there was just, too much, not enough supervision on set. And, costs surged because of the need to deliver a certain spectacle. They wouldn't have needed to surge. The certain level of spectacle that we were used to came from quality storytelling, came from solid scripts. That's what it came from. You didn't have to spend $1 bajillion when you have a solid script and a solid story. So this is all just ass covering. Feige told Variety that Marvel's latest movies have been upwards of a third cheaper than they were 2 years before that. Holy shit. Though he declined to say whether they were over or under budget, that information isn't disclosed in Disney's filings in the United States, as they combine the expenses of all its productions and don't break down the results of each one. Now, this is something we've talked about before. My friend that worked for Lucasfilm for 15 years told me that it's all one budget, basically. When they make a budget for Andor, they can still, they put it as Star Wars, not Andor, Star Wars. That way they can take money from that and give to something else, and vice versa. And a big chunk of their budget for these projects go into purchasing real estate. studios and what have you. So there you have that. That's why they don't disclose that, because it's an umbrella type thing. And that way they don't have to like break it down. It goes on to say, in simple terms, if a movie goes over budget, it means that the costs are rising, so more theater tickets have to be sold for a break even at the box office. I mean, no shit, Sherlock. Duh, Forbes, you're supposed to be, smarter than me. The lack of disclosure has kept observers guessing about Disney's ability to stick to its budgets until now. Although Disney's filings in the US don't itemize the financials of each production, it is available elsewhere if you know where to look. Despite being as American a brand as you can get, many of Disney's movies are not filmed in the US, and there are good reasons for this. Talking from Hollywood, Feige explained that since 2012, very few Marvel movies have been shot here. They've moved because of the cost. Almost a third of the 54 Marvel movies, 54, oh my God, and shows have been shot in the United Kingdom, as it offers studios a cash reimbursement of up to 25.5% of the amount they spend in the country. My gosh. When streaming started to explode in popularity, studios descended on the UK in order to keep filming costs down. To ensure that Disney didn't get squeezed out, it signed a deal in 2019, which reportedly gave it use of almost all Pinewood studios in the UK for a decade. And then they started buying studios up. There was a time, which not right now, but there was a time when we made a deal 5 or 6 years ago where everybody was fighting for stage space and the great expansion of not just us, but everybody. Feige explained a variety. So we had the opportunity to lock up Pinewood. Came with the catch. Studios filming in the UK can only get the reimbursement provided that at least 10% of their core costs are accrued there. In order to demonstrate that this to the authorities, studios set up separate companies to produce each film in the UK, and they are obliged to file legally binding earnings releases. The earnings releases reveal everything from the cost of the picture and the amount of the reimbursement, right down to number of production staff, the crew, and the Social Security payments they receive. Wow. They also usually state whether the picture was over, under, or in line with budget. This author has previously reported on whether Disney Marvel's movie Lucasfilm Productions and live-action remakes of its classic cartoons were over or under budget. Now the complete picture can be presented for the first time, with the remaining pictures including Indiana Jones' Dial of Destiny, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, and Mary Poppins Returns. So, Secret Invasion, holy shit, what's the worst? Let me put this up here so you guys can see it, okay? Let me remove this one and share this. Check this out. Very easy to read. Everything that's come out since 2015. Nope. It goes down to 2011. 2011. So in the last few years, let's just see which ones were over. Clearly, those are all in the red. Look at this. The only movie that came in under budget is The Rise of Skywalker. Is that not ironic or sad? I don't know. Science Fictionary, just to throw this out there, Mississippi offers a 40% tax rebate to movies that film there. Louisiana is the same. Don't tell me it's cheaper to film in the UK. They're doing it over there because they're buying up property. They're buying up studios. And they can't do that here because you guys really should watch Titans: The Rise of Hollywood on Netflix. Like, you really, really should. It will make so much sense why Disney is doing this. This is nothing new. This is nothing. I mean, honestly, there's nothing new under the sun, but this is nothing new. This is something they did 100 years ago to avoid being pushed out by other studios. I don't know, but according to what they had to I just read the word out loud. What they had to file, their filings with the UK, they're saying it was under. Okay. So Deadpool and Wolverine was on budget. On budget. All right, so let's go with the over budget stuff. Secret Invasion was over budget. Maybe they shouldn't have killed Maria Hill. I'm just saying. Hashtag justice for Maria Hill. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, over budget. Shock. And they had to cut 11 scenes from that film. Not 11 shots, but 11 scenes, 11 action scenes, which completely changed the film. Why did they do that? Because Victoria Alonso pissed everyone off and ran off all of the VFX houses that were working on the project. So they had to scramble. Okay, so moving on. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, over budget. Eternals, over budget. Black Widow, over budget. Guardians of the Galaxy 2014, over budget. Snow White, big surprise, over budget. Dumbo, over. Maleficent, over. Beauty and the Beast, Alice Through the Looking Glass, The Jungle Book, over budget, over budget, over budget. Andor Season 2 was on budget, like in line. Okay. Acolyte, over budget. So I am taking a screen cap of this. Yes, I am. Because we are going to save that. We are going to save that to show all those kids who keep saying, no, they're just trying to make the haters happy. No, it's over budget. It didn't make any money. They lost money. Okay. Solo, a Star Wars story, over budget. Last Jedi, over budget. Rogue One, over budget. Disenchanted, Artemis Fowl, over budget. The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, over. Mary Poppins, over. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man, over. John Carter, over. Frankenweenie, over. So, this is half the things they have produced since 2011. I'll say 2012. Since 2012, 50% of the projects that Disney has produced have been not profitable. 50%. Half of the projects they are putting out are not making money. Half. Let me say that again. Half. That is a huge problem. This is billions of dollars that they have just pissed away. Billions of dollars. So this isn't just people bitching online, okay? This isn't what... Stop touching your hair, Danielle. This isn't just, people being hateful. This is factual evidence right here. They're not doing well. Half of their projects are not making money. Half. Hardly any of their live action cartoon reboots have made money. 44% of Marvel projects have not made money. This is a serious, serious problem. If they keep operating like this, there is a real possibility that Disney could go under. A very real possibility. They need to fix this immediately. And I am certain that their shareholders have said so, as much. Yeah. Science Fictionary, the streaming wars started these out of control budgets. And then theaters are really falling off. Regardless of how good a movie is, theater attendance is down 50% across the board because of these out of control budgets, because of them not making money, because of these out of control budgets. Theater costs go up because less people go. They've lost trust. And now it costs $100 for two people to go to the movies. It's too expensive. Costs are up everywhere. We'd rather be able to afford milk and eggs than go to the movies. This is very sad. This is very sad. I'm going to save all of this because let's see. Disney stats. So not good. Not good, guys. The most striking discovery in the data is that 51 Disney productions which reported their financial performance in the UK over the last 15 years, only one came in under budget. That was Disney's last Star Wars movie, 2019's The Rise of Skywalker, and it is understood that it cost less than expected as the editing of the movie took less time than usual because it was awful. Oh. This was revealed in an interview on the Rough Cut podcast with Rise of Skywalker's editor Marianne Brandon, who admitted that the latter stages of production schedule were accelerated, which affected everything. She estimated that the crew had 3 months less to work on The Rise of Skywalker than Force Awakens and first of Disney's Star Wars trilogy. Brandon explained that the reason for the tight timing was that Disney insisted on sticking to the movie's December 2019 release date rather than delaying it, to which they would increase the post-production time and therefore the cost. Instead, filings for the movie show that it ended up being below production budget. So they saved $10, says Dom Riley. We may have to start imagining, because wow. And to continually say that it's lack of supervision on set. No, it's too much studio interference. You're not allowing the creatives to be creatives. Again, maybe the movie would have been better had they backed off and given them the time they needed. But because Disney was like, no, we need to release it for Christmas. They were looking at numbers rather than, okay, maybe if we allow the creatives to do their job on their own and give them the time and the space to do that, they'll provide the product that we hired them for. No, it's too much studio interference. It's too much of the accounting department being in charge of the creativity department. You know, I went to a beauty school here in Missouri, and the school was called National Academy of Beauty Arts, and it was initially owned by a family of hairstylists. And when the original owners passed away, it was handed down to their son, who, I mean, kind of understood that kind of end of it. But then he sold half of it to their head accountant, who was an asshole and had absolutely no business being in charge of things like this. In fact, when I became an instructor, when I became a teacher, he would yell and tell that we were focusing too much on education and not enough on making money. That is a direct quote. Now, the National Academy of Beauty Arts is gone now because they got busted stealing our money. True story. And here we are. I'm telling you that as an example that seriously, those kinds of people should not be in charge of the creative process. They have no idea what's going on. This was an accountant who was in charge of a hair school, a creative industry. And he was more worried about us focusing on making money than us learning how to do our jobs. So they started shoving out hairstylists on the street that didn't know the first thing about doing hair, doing makeup, doing any of that stuff. And that's what's happening with Disney. We have accountants in charge of a creative business, a creative industry that is just setting yourself up for failure. That kills the creative process. You have these executives coming in saying, nope, this is how you're going to do it. I don't want you to focus on that. I'm going to completely smush your creative process into this box, and you need to make what I say. Specifically this way. And nothing else. You need to hit all these points and that's it. I don't care if it's good. So the only way to really save, and I don't even know if you can save the movie industry. I don't know if you can. Again, watch that documentary because it's the same thing that's been going on for 100 years. It's just getting worse and worse. You have a bunch of people that are in charge that only care about the bottom line, which it is a business, don't get me wrong. But it's like they don't understand. They have this disability or something that they can't see that if you just focus on the quality of the product, the numbers will come. They're putting the cart before the horse, and they just can't wrap their brains around it. And that has been the problem from the very beginning. Hollywood was originally ran by the guys who first invented the movie camera, Edison, and guys like Edison probably stole it. Just how he was. Fun fact, he's actually a distant relative. But Hollywood was ran in a monopoly known as the trust. The guys who invented the film camera, okay, and the projector, they're the ones who were in charge, and they wouldn't let anyone else make movies until finally someone got the balls to file an antitrust suit and broke that up. And then for a hot second, the creatives were in control. The people who founded Universal, Paramount, Warner Brothers, United Artists, they were making films. But of course, then each one of them wanted full control of the movie industry, and we're only focusing on numbers. And it's been going on ever since. The same thing has been happening for 100 years. It's just on a much grander scale now. So there you have it. Disney's technically not making money and hasn't been making money for 15 years. And that's just the UK reporting. That's not even the US. Like, that's just the UK. So if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about that, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on to our final topics for the day. Because we're already an hour over. Don't forget, we have super chats and memberships now. Become a member of the channel, and we are going to start watching shows together. That's right. We are going to do live watch parties for members only. Hey, the Penguin won a bunch of freaking awards at the Creative Arts Emmys, all completely deserved. So congrats to the Penguin on that one. All right, let's move on to Peacemaker. So it is really looking like David Cornsweat's Superman is going to show up in Peacemaker. So they've completely ruined the surprise because they keep posting stuff like this, like David Cornsweat and John Cena posting this. Good morning, Alex. Dude, if the theory about Peacemaker being in a Nazi dimension is true, it'll be crazy to see David Cornsweat's Superman being the nicest guy in the world to the most evil and disgusting guy in the world. So, the dimension that Peacemaker loves so much, where he's so beloved, is it a Nazi dimension? That's crazy. So we have that post. Is that blood all over him? It is. Looks like a high school gym, doesn't it? So there's that. And where is the other? There's another shot. I actually used it for the thumbnail. I can't find it now. All right, let me go back. Whoopsie. Let's see. Here we go. So the official trailer for Peacemaker Season 2 has been slightly altered. A new shot of a black hole similar to the one seen in Superman has been added. Right here. So, is the reason why they're so concerned about the blips that were happening in the quantum unfolding chamber is because of what Lex Luthor did in Superman? Are they concerned that it's going to break that open again? And then they do? Is that possible? DL says, well, I haven't really seen any black people in the Peacemaker's favorite dimension. There's not one person of color I have seen at all. So I'm wondering if that's actually true. We the People TV, good morning. We're monetized. We're monetized. That's and channel memberships. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. So I'm wondering why now that the cast and everyone is actually teasing this stuff, because wasn't he all, I haven't told anyone, I haven't even let my publicist see the last couple of episodes, last 3 episodes, because there's major cameos. There's huge cameos. And we don't want to ruin it. We don't want to ruin it. And yet, I'm sorry, there's hair in my face and it is tickling me. They don't want to ruin it. They don't want to spoil it. And now the cast is, I mean, there's a couple of different shots. Right? So my guess is that Blue Beetle's going to show up too, because Angel, the director, has been, posting stuff, teasing. And Loki, yeah, perfect paradise where everyone is happy. What did James Gunn mean by this? Yeah, what did he mean by this? Listen, I feel like I've said this so many times, and I have, and it's fine. I'll just say it again. But I like James Gunn as a filmmaker. I like the work he has provided. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the third one. That's my favorite, the volume 3. I like the Suicide Squad. I love Peacemaker. The man is a buffoon. And he has no idea how to manage social media or even market anything. He's just, take the phone from him, Jen. Take the phone for him when he starts to walk to the bathroom. Just take the phone from him. Please, I'm begging you. Just, what a weird thing to say. What a weird thing to say. Fernando is guessing Martian Manhunter. I'm guessing that's one of my guesses too, because that creature, his parallel universe neighbor, looks like a Martian to me. I don't think I am anywhere near James Gunn's radar for my meme to show up. But it would be cool. It would be very cool. Hey, we're almost to 10,000 subscribers. Like, seriously. we're under 1,500 away from 10,000 subscribers. We're like 8,600 now or something like that. It's crazy. Finally got super chats and memberships, so hot dog. Now we just got to get to full monetization. Sorry, you guys know I hate earbuds. They just itch so bad. Very close to full monetization, but don't forget super chats, memberships. So excited. I'm going to work on stuff after we're done today. Gunn should hire me as a consultant. Let's call him right now. Oh, that's a weird ringtone he's got. Okay, it's ringing. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? No, I haven't shown the picture of you on the toilet again. I swear. Hey, got monetized. Yeah, why don't you jump in the chat and give me some super chats? Maybe become a member of the channel. Join the Nerdling Army. No? Oh. So anyway, the chat was suggesting. No, can you just, you are so weird. That's not a funny joke. Anyway, the chat was suggesting you could hire me as a consultant. What do you think? No. He hung up on me. It's so weird. It's so weird. He's thinking about it. So, but I'm still loving Peacemaker. I still love it. I gotta say though, as of this moment, I like season 1 better. Season 2 just isn't hitting me like season 1 did. I still like it, but it's just not hitting me like the first one is. And he's saying that it is a prequel to Man of Tomorrow, but also you don't have to watch Peacemaker to get Man of Tomorrow. So I think James Gunn just likes to be surprised by what he says. Or he says crazy shit just to see if we're paying attention. I don't know. I don't know his life. Like, not seriously. But if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about anything today, leave it in the chat below. We're going to wrap things up. I'm going to go through our links real quick. If you want to have a last minute say or topic or whatever, drop a super chat in and I'll get to him as soon as we're done with links. If you would like to help support the channel, hold on, I don't have my thing up. Whoops. Where's it at? Here it is. If you would like to support the channel, you got super chats. You can become a member. We have several different options for members, but members get members only streams. And there's other things, like I just started setting it up this morning, but I do know that I want to start doing members only watch parties, stuff like Peacemaker and whatever cool stuff I'm into when it comes out. We can even like do like a weekly stream of some nostalgic shows, some of my favorite comfort watches. We could all watch Revival together, but we got to have members to do that. As of this moment, we don't have any members yet. But as soon as you become a member, we're going to set up some members only watch parties. And that sounds very exciting. If you don't want to do any of that stuff, I understand, but you still want to help support the channel. The easiest and freest way possible is by hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. All right. All right. Don't forget to leave comments, share videos, engagement helps a whole bunch. And don't forget, don't be sad. Don't be sad that you didn't win the hoodie and the gift card today. All right. Don't be sad. There's another chance. We are 900 hours away from full monetization, from 4,000 hours. Once we get to 4,000 hours, we're doing another giveaway for another hoodie. And I'm going to talk to my friend to see if I can get another gift card for you guys. So don't forget, there's another one coming. But if you want to help support the channel in a financial way, other than the super chats and all that stuff, there's a QR code right there. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comics and MUA. And you can tip as little or as much as you like. There's also Cash App. Don't forget, I have to go on a trip. It's expensive and I'm not going to be here. So you can help out that way too. But I do have some drops. Kino is helping me finding some clips and stuff that I can drop while, schedule to drop while I'm away from the computer. There's also the Patreon. You have exclusive merch, exclusive content, some behind the scenes, some early access, some exclusive chats, and the exclusive request line, all at patreon.com/comics. And thank you so much to all my patrons. You join the Patreon, your name goes in the credits of every single comics and video, and you become moderators of the channel. In fact, I'm going to do that for members too. The top tier members in the channel Nerdling Army, I'll make you moderators. We also have a merch store, comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. All designs made by yours truly. There are new designs for Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Revival that I put up last week. So excited because I love them so much. I love the new designs. I really do. I need to sell feet pics so I can buy all of my mugs because my mugs are pretty cool. I'm also an Amazon influencer now. I have several lists that, like, all my recommendations for reading, like comic books, series, movies, skincare, makeup, special effects, podcasting, you name it. Check it out. Amazon.com/shop/comics. And I'm an affiliate for Leash Boss, Zenny Optical. They sent me some new glasses. I'm going to show them off tomorrow. I got them in. I did an unboxing. I need to put all that stuff. I got a lot of work to do this week, especially before I leave. So definitely check that out. If you need new glasses, sunglasses, prescription or otherwise, my new glasses are their new IQ lens with Zenny ID Guard. They're amazing. They're amazing. From normal glasses to sunglasses. Okay. They transition. Plus it blocks infrared and blue light. So AI can't do face detection and stuff. Like I become invisible to AI. So that's super cool. So check that out. Also, Cora's Vault, TikTok, and CapCut. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you nerds. So if you like this podcast, chances are you are going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more. The Red 5 family of podcasts. Thank you so much, Backyard TARDIS, for $5. Hashtag Red 5 Family. Thank you so much, guys. Wow, this was an incredibly awesome first monetized stream. I'm so excited. Please consider joining as a channel member. I am going to work on that as soon as we're done today. I cannot thank you guys so much for all the love and all I'm getting emotional. Thank you for sticking with me all these years. I know I'm a flibberty gibbet. I know I'm awkward. I know I put my foot in my mouth. I know I make a mess. I know sometimes I totally don't know what I'm talking about. I just talk out of my ass, but you guys are here every single day and I appreciate that. Oh my God. I appreciate it more than you know. And this was a really exciting thing to wake up to today to check my email and see that. So thank you so much. And we're 5 years down. Here's to 5 more years with monetization. Let's get to full monetization next. But until then, nerds, I just appreciate you so much. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for being my subscribers. And just thank you for being your honest and authentic selves. I wouldn't have you any other way. Honest to God. So thank you so much. You guys have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow morning. Keep your eyes peeled as always, because you know
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!
Thank you.